She doesn't choose you because you're handsome, successful, funny, or different. The real reason she picks one man and ignores another is something no woman will admit out loud, often because she doesn't fully understand it herself. Watch how she reacts to certain men without thinking, almost like her instincts are making decisions before her mind catches up. There is one psychological trigger buried deep in female attraction psychology that determines whether you become unforgettable or invisible. Every man thinks he knows what women want, and almost every man is wrong. By the time you learn this secret, you'll start seeing patterns in every relationship you've ever had. The truth changes everything once you see it clearly, and after today, you won't be able to unsee it. Part 1. The Invisible Scan. Women don't choose randomly, they choose subconsciously. Long before a woman speaks to a man, answers his message, laughs at his joke, or agrees to see him again, there is a silent psychological process taking place that most men never notice. You could call it a scan, but that makes it sound mechanical. This is older than logic. It is instinct wearing the clothing of modern conversation. It is female psychology at its rawest level, a hidden assessment that determines whether a man even exists in her world. Attraction psychology always starts before awareness, before preference, before rational thought ever gets involved. Picture a woman walking into a room. She sees 10 men. On the surface, she is not thinking anything special. She greets, smiles, listens, sits, scrolls her phone. Beneath that surface, something extremely complex is happening. Her nervous system is reading tone of voice, posture, micro-expressions, vocal rhythm, social dominance, emotional stillness, decisiveness, and presence. Presence is not charisma. Presence means the ability to sit inside your own body without anxiety. Female psychology detects presence faster than any compliment or introduction. Every man in that room thinks he is making a good impression. He tries to behave politely, offers conversation, asks questions. What they don't understand is that women are not impressed by behavior. They are moved by emotional information. A woman is asking herself one question that she will never say out loud. Will this man change my internal state, or will he keep it exactly the same? Attraction psychology revolves around internal shift. If nothing moves inside her, you are invisible no matter how nice you are, how much you achieved, or how hard you try. The invisible scan is not looking for perfection. Perfection is boring. It is looking for impact, contrast, a sense of narrative. A woman wants to feel a slight change in the air around a man. This is why quiet men often attract more curiosity than loud men. Quiet creates mystery. Mystery creates psychological movement. Nietzsche wrote that humans are motivated not by facts, but by intensities. A woman experiences intensities emotionally rather than conceptually. So from the first second she is sensing, does this man carry intensity? Even in stillness. Evolutionary psychology explains why this is true. For thousands of years, a woman's survival depended on her ability to detect male capability instantly, not in a fight, not in competition, but in leadership. A capable man is not necessarily rich or attractive. He is directional. He knows his mind. Jung called this the animus, the internal, masculine structure women seek externally. A man with strong animus energy shifts environments by entering them. He affects mood, not by force, but by gravity. The invisible scan looks for gravity. Gravity means consequence. If she senses that being around you may lead to change, adventure, conflict, evolution, or even chaos, she is interested. She may not like you, but she will remember you. Remembering is step 1 in female selection. Most men sabotage themselves immediately because they try to be liked. Being liked is psychological death. Likability flattens emotional movement. It creates zero contrast. Kindness only matters when it comes from a man who could be dangerous but chooses discipline. Otherwise, kindness is nothing more than absence of intensity. Women are not addicted to comfort. They are addicted to potential transformation. The invisible scan measures potential more than performance. This is why a woman can fall for a man who has done nothing impressive, while ignoring a man who performs endlessly. A woman's scan is subconscious because it taps into the part of the brain responsible for survival, the limbic system. The limbic brain does not speak in words. It speaks in sensations. A sensation of curiosity is more powerful than a paragraph of compliments. Part 2. The limbic trigger. Once a man passes the invisible scan, meaning she feels something shift around him, the second stage begins. This stage is automatic. It is ancient. It is limbic. The limbic trigger is the moment her emotional world starts responding to your presence without permission from her rational mind. Modern culture thinks attraction is created through conversation, appearance, and shared interests. Evolutionary psychology proves something entirely different. Attraction is created through internal chemical change. Female attraction psychology depends on neurochemistry, dopamine, norepinephrine, adrenaline, oxytocin, serotonin. To simplify, dopamine is desire, norepinephrine is obsession, adrenaline is excitement, oxytocin is bonding. If a man triggers these chemicals in a unique pattern, the woman chooses him. This is why attraction can feel irrational, powerful, and sometimes dangerous. Jung believed all attraction is projection. She sees something in you she unconsciously wants to awaken in herself. But projection only sticks when the limbic system is activated. The limbic trigger is what makes a woman unable to forget a man even if she tries. Think of the limbic trigger as emotional electricity. It is not warmth. Warmth produces friendship. Electricity produces fixation. Men who try to seduce through warmth become supportive acquaintances. Men who create electricity become psychological events. An event stays in memory. It becomes a reference point. A woman will compare every other man to the event man. Attraction psychology is not about being better. It is about being unforgettable. How does a man trigger the limbic system? Through unpredictability, depth, stillness, tension, silence, and boundaries. Silence is powerful because silence makes her imagination participate. Imagination is emotional gasoline. Stillness is powerful because stillness shows internal control. Control creates perceived dominance. Humans, especially women, respond instinctively to those who control themselves. Men who act impulsively seem weak. Men who act intentionally seem powerful. The limbic brain measures energy, not morality. Nietzsche said humans want intensity more than they want happiness. Happiness is stable. Intensity is meaningful. A woman feels alive when she senses intensity. This is why she may avoid a man who offers happiness but chase a man who offers intensity. Her limbic system prefers potential chaos over guaranteed comfort. It is not evil. It is brilliance. Evolution designed her nervous system to choose the man capable of altering the world, not maintaining it. Common example, a woman feels drawn to a man she cannot figure out. She thinks about him often, checks her phone, replays moments in her mind. This is the limbic trigger. The brain is searching for resolution. Mystery means unresolved stimulus. Unresolved stimulus creates dopamine loops. Dopamine loops create obsession. This is the psychological basis behind every bad boy, mysterious guy, man with a story. Women are not attracted to bad behavior. They are attracted to unresolved emotional stimulus. Part 3. The single reason. After the invisible scan and the limbic trigger, all attraction collapses into one principle. The single reason women choose men is simple to say but difficult to understand. Women choose men based on whether he can change her emotional state, not entertain her, not impress her, not agree with her, change her. Change is the core of all deep female psychology. Change is movement. Movement is life. Stagnation is psychological death. A woman wants to feel something she cannot create in herself. This is not weakness. It is selection. Female attraction psychology evolved to choose transformational men who alter environments, moods, decisions, identities. If she feels different when she is around you, she chooses you. If she feels exactly the same, she ignores you, even if you are better in every measurable category. Ask yourself, what creates transformation? Contrast. Contrast means duality, softness and hardness, calm and danger, safety and mystery, attention and absence, directness and unpredictability. Every powerful man carries both light and shadow. Jung said a fully integrated person embraces their shadow, not hides it. Women sense this integration instantly. A man without shadow feels incomplete. Incomplete means emotionless. Emotionless means invisible. Women don't want men who only make them feel safe. They want men who make safety meaningful. Meaning comes from risk, not physical risk, emotional risk. Emotional risk creates vulnerability. Vulnerability creates bonding. Bonding creates imprinting. The men women never forget are the ones who introduce them to new emotional worlds. Newness is addictive because it produces dopamine and norepinephrine. The brain associates this chemical storm with the man who triggered it. This is why so many women leave stable relationships. For men who seem less good, the good man provides comfort but no movement. Movement is growth. Growth is psychological meaning. Bad men are often not bad, and they are simply unpredictable. Unpredictability forces adaptation. Adaptation forces emotional engagement. Emotional engagement is the doorway to obsession. Nietzsche said to live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in suffering. Attraction psychology applies the same logic to relationships. A woman is willing to suffer confusion, curiosity, distance, longing, jealousy. If those emotions are connected to meaning, meaning is more important than comfort. This is not darkness. It is depth. Women want depth. Part 4. The Shadow Test. Once a woman's emotional system is activated by a man, a silent test begins. This test is not conscious, not planned, not strategic. It is instinctive. Psychologists call it fitness testing. Jung might call it shadow probing in female psychology. This test is everything. It decides whether attraction evolves into attachment or dissolves into dust. A woman does not test a man because she wants to hurt him. She tests a man because she wants to know if his presence is real or just a performance. If you pass, she relaxes. If you fail, she detaches. Women test what they cannot see directly: inner strength, emotional stability, boundaries, reality, consistency, masculine integrity. These cannot be measured with compliments, stories, plans, or words. Words have no weight. Only emotional presence carries weight. Female attraction psychology is built around sensing the real beneath the pretend. There's a reason women provoke emotional reactions. The shadow test is simple. How does a man respond when pressure is applied? Pressure reveals truth. A man can impress a woman when everything is calm. Anyone can perform confidence in neutral conditions. But female psychology wants to know who you are when threatened, challenged, ignored, disrespected lightly, or emotionally confronted. Not violently, lightly. It is subtle. She might cancel plans, take long to respond, disagree over something small, push a boundary, or question your decisions. None of this is about winning or control. It is her subconscious trying to see if you collapse or stay centered. The limbic system in women reacts strongly to emotional volatility in men. Volatility signals instability. Instability signals danger. Not the good kind, the unpredictable, exhausting kind. She is not scanning for a tyrant. She is scanning for a leader. Nietzsche said the strongest individual is the one who can remain calm in chaos. Women sense calm like a sixth sense. Calm is masculine gravity. Calm means you are anchored internally. Calm is a power signal. A shadow test is passed not by reacting, but by not needing to react. Stillness is power. Boundaries are power. Neutral tone is power. The man who fails the test is the one who begs, explains, defends, over-justifies, or explodes. All of that reveals fear. Fear kills attraction instantly. The man who passes the test is the one who stays connected to his center and acts from ground, not from panic. He doesn't punish her for testing. He doesn't reward her either. He simply remains himself and continues moving in his direction. Part 5. The Power of Distance. There is a paradox in female attraction psychology. Closeness does not create desire. Distance does, not coldness in distance. Distance means the presence of space, unpredictability, and autonomy. The best way to understand distance is to look at art. A painting is beautiful not just because of shapes and lines, but because of the empty space around those shapes and lines. That space allows meaning. Without space, no beauty. Without distance, no desire. Modern men ruin attraction by over-communicating, over-investing, over-availability. Women lose interest not because they don't like kindness or attention, but because without distance, there is no emotional movement. No movement means no transformation. No transformation means no selection. Distance activates imagination. Imagination activates emotional chemistry. Chemistry activates the limbic system. Distance keeps her psychological engagement alive. Female psychology needs anticipation to function. Anticipation is delayed emotional reward. This is the neurological foundation of desire itself. A woman needs to wonder what you're thinking. She needs to wonder how you feel. She needs to wonder when you will text. That wondering is the bond. Female attraction psychology is built on mystery and revelation, not secrecy. Mystery. Mystery means she cannot fully predict your internal world. Prediction kills interest. Uncertainty creates emotional acceleration. Nietzsche said, one must still have chaos in oneself to give birth to a dancing star. Distance is controlled chaos. It represents the possibility of discovery. Too much distance and she detaches. Too little distance and she loses curiosity. But the man who understands distance instinctively becomes unforgettable. This is why emotionally disciplined men are rare and magnetic. Women feel drawn to Men with boundaries, careers, missions, and direction outside of them. A man who centers his life around a woman creates psychological suffocation. Suffocation produces resentment. A man who has a life moving forward creates gravitational pull. Gravity is fascination. Female attraction psychology does not want to be your purpose. It wants to witness your purpose and feel included in it gradually. If your attention becomes her only emotional resource, she loses respect. Respect requires distance. Love without respect becomes maternal care. Attraction dies in maternal dynamics. Distance is the art of remaining present without being predictable. The most attractive men in history, fictional, mythological, real, all mastered distance. Jung said the anima, the feminine inner world, gives meaning when something is unreachable enough to be pursued. Part 6. When she decides. After scanning, triggering, testing, and experiencing distance, something quiet happens inside a woman. It is not loud like infatuation. It is not chaotic like obsession. It is a decision, internal, private, often invisible to men. She decides, and that decision is final. This is the moment attraction becomes attachment. Female psychology rests on one truth. When a woman chooses a man internally, she sees him differently forever. The decision is not verbal. There is no "I choose you" announcement. In female attraction psychology, decisions happen in emotional commitment, not verbal agreement. She chooses by investing energy, attention, vulnerability, emotional transparency, loyalty, curiosity, imagination, sacrifice, presence. Men mistake words as proof. Women reveal choice through energy. What convinces a woman to decide? Stability plus danger. Masculinity is paradox. She needs to feel safe emotionally, while still sensing unpredictability existentially. Safe without danger is boring. Danger without safety is abusive. The chosen man carries both. Nietzsche argued that people desire the eternal return of intensity. Women choose men who make everyday existence feel deeper. Jung argued that the soul chooses the path of growth, even through suffering. Women choose men who promise inner growth, not outer perfection. This is why a woman leaves a stable environment for a man who challenges her worldview. Once she decides, loyalty emerges not from morality but from emotional investment. She stays with the man she believes she cannot replace. Replacement is about state change, not person change. She thinks, "No one makes me feel like this." Attraction psychology is not searching for the best man objectively. It searches for the man who triggers the most meaningful inner transformation. When a woman decides, she becomes more feminine around that man. She softens. She expresses vulnerability. She lets go of masculine defense. She allows emotional surrender. Surrender is not weakness, it is trust. Trust is earned through psychological consistency, not romantic gestures. If you made it this far, you already feel it, and that's strange. Pressure in your mind when something true finally clicks. Something you've always sensed, but never had words for. Attraction psychology isn't a game of pretending, performing, or chasing approval. It's the discipline of becoming someone a woman can't categorize, control, or predict. That is the only position where real power begins. Now is where you decide, do you go back to old patterns? Or do you start sharpening the qualities that make you unforgettable instead of convenient? Ask yourself what you've been giving away too easily. Validation, emotional comfort, availability, clarity, direction. The man who masters restraint creates desire. The man who guards his time becomes valuable. The man who doesn't rush becomes magnetic. Before you click away, burn one question into your mind. What am I communicating without speaking? Because the next video goes even deeper. We're breaking down the silent signals she tests you with, the subtle challenges, the emotional distance, the small inconsistencies, and how those moments decide whether she respects you or replaces you. Stay alert, develop presence, and keep learning the darker side of attraction.